2.
And then he said, no. Well, we're live. Can't say that on TV. Hi, and welcome to our Gathering of Heroes. These are the would-be heroes of the world of Greyhawk, a fantasy world created some 50 years ago by some creators whose legacies live on to this day. We are honored and proud to take up that banner and share our Greyhawk story with you. As a warning, this is a game that can also explore mature themes, and while we will be specifically avoiding some topics, the game may still include body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, or other topics. Our players have discussed consent and boundaries, and we collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. Players will always let me know if there's anything that's uncomfortable by using yellow and red cards in our private chat. If you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Our streams will be available on YouTube after the game, and you can always come back to an episode when you feel ready. Some quick acknowledgements to Roll20, a popular browser-based virtual tabletop platform for tabletop role-playing games and board games offering tools for character sheets, dice rolling, maps, and more. To Demiplane, a platform that connects TTRPG fans to make games better with high-quality tools that enhance the ways games can be played, shared, and explored. An acknowledgement to Legendary Games, a company that creates third-party support products for D&D 5th Edition, aiming to provide the best possible campaign enhancements. And we are proud to announce that we are on board the affiliate program with Arkenforge, an amazing virtual tabletop and map mapping software for TTRPGs, and Rogue Energy Gaming Drinks. Reputedly the best gaming supplements on the planet. Use the promo code WOULDBEHEROES, all caps, no spaces, for $5 off your Arkenforge order or 10% off your Rogue Energy. Before we dive into it, let us introduce our cast. Now let's start with, let's go in reverse order here. Hi, Kristen, you haven't been here.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kristen, and I play Tinda, who is a bird humanoid druid in this campaign.
Come again. Lore.
Hey, I'm Lore, and I'm playing Nesh, who is a gnome rogue elder who takes no shit but many other things.
Truth. Sean.
Hello, hi, I'm Sean, and I am playing Saz, who is a Goliath warlock with questionable decisions and choices. But, we'll see.
Yeah, speaking of questionable decisions, Ernie. I mean, wait, that didn't come out right.
What? How dare you? Hi everyone, I'm Arnie. I play Crux at this table, who is a paladin, and yes, he may be a little gullible and naive with a strong sense of justice.
Strong sense of justice indeed. Probably why you guys are still following this path instead of any other path. What have you been up to is the question. After defeating some nefarious thugs in an alleyway, saving the life, possibly, of a young priest of the Church of St. Cuthbert, you escorted him back to his church, whereupon you met a paladin, bonus points if you remember his name, and a priestess by the name of Jaina, who did a quick divination spell while you were there, who informed you that there have been disappearances across the city, a number of them, the latest of which being 4 children who disappeared from the Lanton Street Orphanage, and offered you a bit of a, I don't want to say the word bribe, because that would be unethical, incentive to possibly look into this further by means of 25 was it 2,500 gold pieces and potion of healing each? The gold,
I think
of
it
course,
was five. I think it was 500 gold pieces each.
each. Yeah.
And
And then potion beforehand, which I have put into all of your inventories, and the 500 gold pieces upon completion of, or find the kids and rescue them, basically. So you agreed. You slept on it. You came back, or you met the next morning at the orphanage, and proceeded to try to do a various points investigation. Some of you investigating the quality of the locks. Some of you interrogating the elderly halfling woman. The information you got was that there were 4 children that have gone missing, 2 boys, 2 girls, and one of whom apparently had been having visions. Visions of serpents, visions of spires and bird people, visions of black orbs, and strangely, of a multicolored green, orange, and yellow checker pattern. You found out that there was no forced entry, that the children were disappeared from the 2nd floor, and that no one heard or saw any. Except for one kid, who heard and saw stuff, but was then quickly sent on his way. From there, I even left myself some notes. Find my thing. Basically saying that each of you was doing your thing. But before that, let's find out what Tinda has been up to.
So Tinda has been basically observing the party. She's taken a more quiet approach, especially as everything kind of unfolds. So she's just kind of taking mental note of everything because she's just trying to figure out what everybody's angle is, if everybody's who they say they are, and if there's any mischievousness afoot.
Understandable. I mean, I wouldn't trust them either. I mean, let's be fair. So, what I have written is that Crooks and Saz were going to be talking to the half-orc janitor, finding out what he might know. Melina is not with us this evening. Diana had another commitment and is speaking with parakeets outside the window, so that can be easily take up most of their time. And Nash was talking with Gretchen, who's the headmistress, the elderly halfling of the orphan. So, where shall we start? Let's go with Crux and Saz for now. You see the half-orc, a young man. Where is he? There he is. He's not a large individual, but he's sort of has got his hair tied back in that the work ponytail. He's sort of kind of busy, half sweeping.
okay. Crux.
Yeah, let's talk to him. Look, he's right there. Hi, excuse me. What was your name again?
He kind of sort of finishes, and I'm gonna make this the first roll of the night. I get both of you to give me a perception check.
Let's see if I can perceive.
Ah. So sad.
Okay.
Well, that was terrible and great at the same time.
Thank you,
So Arnie,
Sam.
excuse me, Crux, you don't know. Saz, you've been connected to the. You've seen you know that you know the grift. There's an art to pretending you're not doing something,
Okay.
and this guy is pretending to not pay attention to you.
Okay.
So he actually
Cool.
takes a little bit extra time, and it almost gets to that point where you're a little annoyed at it. You're like, you're milking this a little too much, and trying to pretend like you're not. It's like, oh, I didn't see you there. Hey, name's Patch.
Wait, okay. Do you have like cabbages on you?
Nice. No, 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 no. My cabbages.
I don't see any cabbages,
Not,
Says. What does that mean?
not right. Oh,
It's just go with it. It's not important right now.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I'll,
Yeah.
I'll tell
Shame
you.
about those kids, eh?
Uh, yeah, but like, did you see anything? Were you outside? You know,
No, I was
having a
asleep.
smoke? Were you?
Says he was just working and we're just stopping him like that. Why don't you take a break here? I take the conchita that's in my pocket, hopefully without any lint. Oh, yeah, because I don't have lint in my pocket. It's not made of cloth. So I take it from my pocket.
Actual dirt.
Wait, you have? Sorry, you have pockets. Where are your pockets?
It's just here between the vines. Here.
Oh,
Stores it in its leg like RoboCop.
It's like a contraband compartment. Here. I have a conchita for you. It's the white one. It's white flavor. Why don't you sit down and talk with us for a little bit? And I heard that it is very good. It may taste a little earthy, but there's nothing wrong with the taste of dirt.
Okay. I thanks. He takes the conchita, tries to surreptitiously blow a little bit of the earth off of the end of it.
But yeah,
how tall is this person?
Sorry?
How tall is Patch?
He's about 6'2".
Okay, so like still like shorter than the two tall,
Yeah.
humongous people. Okay.
He's a bit boxy, not a huge individual. He's got sort of that farmer muscularity, where he's sort of like thick, but also can flip a livestock if he needs to, or toss a bale of hay.
Okay.
So
yeah. But
I-
I'm sure you work a lot and you're probably tired when you sleep. But even then, you probably keep an eye out, right, for the kids to make sure they're okay. Did you hear anything or see anything that night when the kids disappeared?
no, didn't hear anything.
Do I believe him?
Roll me insight.
I've forgotten if I am good or bad at this. Okay, well, it's not great, so we'll see how I roll. Also,
You are not great at it.
Yeah.
I mean, seems legit.
Okay.
Crux, want a shot at it?
Well, I can certainly give it a try. But yeah, nope.
Oh,
This is
Nope.
not a good day.
well, this is. Well, I
So-
mean, he seems on the level. He's a nice enough guy. Nope. Didn't see anything.
So,
This is good, though. Thank you.
do you have any ideas of how somebody might have gotten in?
No.
You
I
know, because
mean-
everything was shut.
Yeah, the headmistress, she always locks everything up.
Is there anyone else who has the keys other than the headmistress?
I don't think so.
Now,
No. She's pretty tight with the keys. Pretty sure it's only her in and out.
now, Patch, do you live
She'd never do
here?
anything like that. She's great. Sorry?
Do you live here, Patch?
No, I got a little place about a block away.
Oh, you
and
could
what
have
time do you
said
get
that.
here usually?
No, but I mean, yeah, a block away, I would have heard a breaking window or something, right?
I don't know, would you?
Yeah, I
Did the window break?
No.
What are your hours, Patch? Like, when do you
Oh, I
get here?
come
When do you
in-
leave?
Wake up and I eat breakfast and then come in fairly early in the morning. I mean, make sure you clean up behind the kids, and then clean up behind the kids, and then they go to their lessons, and I clean up behind the kids, and then they go and do their exercises in the courtyard, and then I clean up behind the kids, and then
You're saying clean up behind the kids a lot right now.
I mean, we've got like 50 kids. That's a lot of mess. Or can be.
And that's a lot of cleaning, right? Seth, that's a lot of cleaning.
I
So
do good work,
who-
I think.
Who lets you in when you get here? Like, is the headmistress awake, or do you have like
oh yeah,
a way to let yourself in?
she's as sharp as a whip. She's awake at the crack of dawn. First one up and the last one to go to bed.
Now, when you cleaned up the room that morning, was there anything unusual? Any foot markings, like step
Nope.
markings?
Nope.
No dust of any kind near the windows?
Nope.
Huh. That's very curious.
Yeah, I wish I could. I wish I could help you, but I don't know nothing.
Your mom and dad must be really proud that you're working at a place like this, helping the orphans.
Ah, well, I mean, never really knew my dad, and my mom is. Yeah, I'd think she's proud.
Huh.
I visit her, at least once a week. Try. Even bring her flowers. Seems particularly fond of that.
Where is your mom?
She lives about 3 blocks that way.
Okay. Does she come and visit the kids often? Like
She
you
hasn't.
here?
She doesn't really like kids.
Oh, she must be glad that you're not one anymore then.
Yeah, sometimes. I broke stuff.
We all break stuff now and then. It depends on how well or how badly, depending on how you look at it, we break it, you know. And it's okay
Exactly.
to break stuff. You know that, right?
Yeah, but now I fix stuff and I clean it up. So, and you know, it's for kids, you know, so it's good, honest work.
It must be nice to have a mom. I don't have a mom. And these kids don't have a mom or dad. And imagine if you're all by yourself in the world with a bunch of other kids and they have you, they have the matron, and all of a sudden they're taken at night. That must be scary. Don't you think so?
Yeah, probably.
I would do anything to help. Let us know. Would you also do everything to help if people were investigating what happened to the kids? If there is a chance to save the kids, imagine.
Nicely done. Give me a persuasion roll, please.
Sure. Please, please. I'm gonna do some movements and rituals over here to.
And make it with advantage.
Oh, look at that. I'm gonna have to roll twice because.
That's fine. I got it in before your roll showed up. So yeah.
That's better.
16. Ooh, finally something.
Throughout your plea, you see him almost visibly wincing, sort of like and he sort of looks over your shoulders to see where Gretchen is, and he's like, "All right, look, I'm gonna level with you, but you gotta promise me you don't tell Gretchen, because it'll get me in trouble. And I really like this job, and I don't want to lose it. And she's really great, but I kind of think that the last laugh people are up to something. I think they had something to do with it."
Oh. And does she know about it?
No. Look, I don't want to give his name, but one of them approached me like 3 months ago, and he's like wringing his hands on the handle of the broom, like he said, "Hey," and it gave me like 50 gold to keep an eye on Tarum. Um, the audience at home, Tarum is one of the children that was absconded. The one that did the illustrations.
Why?
I don't know. He didn't tell me anything more than that. He said just keep an eye on him and let me know if he does anything weird.
And other than the drawings, did he do anything weird?
No, just the drawings.
When was the last time you kind of gave away this information?
About a week ago.
Hmm.
And Was there a particular person you met when you gave this away, or like was there like a drop site?
Oh no, he comes by every now and then, or I meet him up with him at over drinks and stuff, and he's taught me a couple of less more questionable talents than and you know show his appreciation of my giving him his information about this kid. I mean, it's not hurting him, and the more eyes looking out for this kid, the better. So I figured it's not bad. But then, and then he went missing, and kind of like, well, that's a little too suspicious. So I figured there might be involvement with the last laugh. So,
Hmm. And do you remember how this person looked? Was he about ye tall? And then I tried to do a bit of the description of the main leader of the three thugs that we saw.
no, no. He he was about 5'8", little guy, an elf though.
And like, did he have any distinguishing marks on his face, hands? You know, a
No,
specific kind of earring
I
or a
mean
ring they might have been wearing?
he's always dressing in dark colors when I meet him. So I don't think I've actually ever seen him during the daylight. Come to think of it.
And of course, you met him for drinks. I love drinking. Do you know where? Can you tell us where you met him exactly?
I was at the name of the bar is the. It's an interesting name too. I know what it is. I've written it down. Of course, I didn't write it down. In Blah Tavern. Darn it. I don't remember the name of the tavern. That's all right. Yeah, we just meet in a tavern. Not,
Was it nearby? Can you kind of tell me kind of where it is?
yeah, the just down the way.
Is it giving me clear enough directions that I'll be able to find that I feel I would be able to find, or is it literally saying just down the way?
Yeah, I mean, generally pointed in the direction of the tavern you were all at.
Ooh.
Okay.
So the same one we went to
Yes.
the first night. Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
Interesting. That's helpful information. Thank you.
I'll go up to him and I'll whisper into his ear to make him feel like I'm whispering, but loud enough that Crux can also hear me. And I'll just say, listen, Crux used to be a killing machine. Like, and now that he's locked onto you, he's gonna know exactly where you are and what you're doing. And you better not put any of these kids in danger anymore. Because he will show up and he will blast you with beams from his eyes and your entire body will explode.
Give me an intimidation.
Are you understanding me?
Can Can I help him by making my eyes glow a little bit and crossing my arms in the back? It will take me a second to catch on, but halfway through, I'm like, and then I make my eyes glow a little bit.
I will allow that. Roll with advantage.
Okay, I don't know how to turn on advantage, so I'm just gonna roll twice. That one's pretty bad. And oh yeah, that's a 20.
Yes.
That's better. So, all right. Whoa. Easy. Look, man. I would never hurt the kids. I would never do anything to hurt the kids.
And I think that's why he hasn't killed you yet.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta be smarter about this. You can't just give away information to randos, especially if you know they're from the last laugh. And you know what? And I pull him closer and I've got the last laugh now. And I walk away.
I also laugh in the back and I walk away behind him.
All right. Nesh, you're
Yes.
speaking with Gretchen.
Yes. So I know that we left off that I had asked a lot of questions about locks. And
Yes.
had tried to lockpick, got the name of the guy who had installed the locks.
Keegan Gelf.
Keegan Gelf had done a lot of sort of poking her to see if there were any versions of the story in which the kids let themselves out. And had
And they were not.
Yeah. And what was in terms of investigating the windows? What was their situation? They were on a second story. And they were locked in a way that
Yep.
wasn't pickable?
Correct.
What was the last time, like, what is the kids' bedtime? Like, when is the kids not being observed period?
Well, sundown, you know. They stay up, they read, they do whatever they're doing, but they're generally supposed to settle down after the sun goes down, and then mainly because Mike has no idea when orphanages put you to sleep.
Yeah, but there's gotta be,
Down.
like, hypothetically, sometime when that door gets locked.
Oh yeah, no. As soon as they go to bed, the door's locked, and then when I wake up, I unlock the doors. I let Patch in, and the day resumes.
Do you check on the kids when you unlock the door? Like, how soon in the morning did you realize that they were missing?
As soon as we unlock the door.
Okay. Were the other kids aware of it? Were they, like, letting you know as soon as the door opened? Or did they sort of not know until they also looked around the room?
I mean, they didn't seem to notice, I guess. No one really mentioned it.
Do they? So, Nash is thinking that kids will tell you all kinds of things you don't want to hear. Like, this is her experience of kids. They will tell you every thought that comes into their brain. So, the fact that they're not telling their proprietress every thought that comes into their brain makes Nesh think that they don't necessarily trust her. So I think
Oh, I see.
So I think at that point, Nesh would kind of be like, okay, I don't know that I trust this woman either if the kids don't, but also that the answer is talking to the kids and not her. So I think at that point, I'm going to kind of wrap up with her and see about finding out where everybody else went.
All right. Where did my thing go? Okay. You see both Saz and Crooks sort of laugh one after the other as they walk away from the janitor.
Do I notice that the janitor looks like very intimidated?
He looks like he's trying to make himself busy and sort of take his 6-foot frame and sort of make it smaller and hide.
Okay. I want to ask, the headmistress, so who's the kid's favorite adult? Who do they like best out of the staff here?
Make me look up the list of people that were. Probably the cook.
Probably the cook? Awesome. It's always good that they can have somebody to rely on.
I scold him, but Tamar always seeks them treats. So it's become a thing.
Well, they need that. A little bit of firmness and a little bit of a place to go for extra comfort. Yeah, so at that point I want to talk to the cook and see if the cook has any scuttle from the kids.
All right. You head to the kitchen. All right. Digging through this list. And get to the kitchen, and it's a fairly busy affair, I guess, but neat. Everything is kept in its place, or lying on a table, or in a bin waiting to be washed, sort of thing. And a fairly robust male-presenting individual, beefy forearms, sort of thing, sort of a big bear of a fella. Guests, I guess. What can I do for you?
Well, I wanted to look into where the missing kids have gone. I know that the kitchen's a crazy place. Can I help you chop some vegetables or something so that I can grab a minute of your time?
First there, I thought you were offering to help me chop up children. No, you don't need to. And he's sort of talking with you, and his it's almost like his hands and his attention are at completely two different things, and he is like chopping vegetables. His fingers are sort of moving out of the way of the knife, almost like as an instinctive thing. Stops, spreads them off the cutting board, starts with a new set. What did you need to know?
Well, I heard that you're the kid's favorite. And often, when you're the kid's favorite, you learn things that can't be shared with the kid's least favorites. Because sometimes you have to let the least favorites know anyway, but sometimes maybe it doesn't seem like a big deal. Or maybe it really isn't a big deal. But so I'm just wondering, what are your thoughts? What have you seen? Who have you seen? Who else talks to the kids that you know that maybe didn't seem like a big deal and now is any possible clue in the right direction?
Let me think. If I think. I don't. I don't really have much to tell you. Went home last night. Gretchen locked up just like she always does. Came in the morning. Gretchen let us both in, and the kids were gone.
And you haven't seen the kids ever talk to anybody suspicious or heard any rumors that they had some secret friend or anything else weird? You don't know
Like
about
somebody
any
here at the orphanage? No.
here, or somebody like, you know, their favorite sweet seller down the street or something?
Nah, we keep a tight eye on that. We don't let them take candy from strangers, if you know what I'm saying.
I understand. And you don't know any of the secret, you know, how to break out at night, how to get into trouble that people wouldn't approve of. How do these kids get in trouble? Kids
They
always
don't.
get in trouble. What are they doing?
They don't.
Oh,
Generally, they're well-behaved kids. I mean, occasionally some of them are a little sort of rambunctious, or somebody gives them a few too many sweets or something. But they
I
run it
wonder who
off
that
in
would be.
they run it off in the yard. So it seems all right. Sometimes I sneak them, or I let them have snacks when they go to bed, so that settle down and they don't get hungry in the middle of the night or something. And generally, they're very quiet children.
What happens, and maybe this is a question for your boss, but what happens when these kids age out? Where do they go? Do they get adopted out of here? Do you guys have an apprentice program?
Well, I mean, sometimes they stay and they end up cooking the meals for them. Other times, they I mean, depends on who you know. I mean, there was this one kid who was pretty good. I think he's down working at the docks now. You see him every now and then. There's a couple of them that had their eyes set on becoming adventurers. I always wondered what happened to them.
How long ago was that?
Oh, geez, that was when I was here, so that was 30 years ago.
Huh. What were their names if I ever run into them? DM,
Mike the
make me
DM
some
doesn't-
names. Make me
Mike the
some
DM
names.
doesn't like you right now.
But I need to run into them in like 12 months.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Let's see. Let me see. Let's see. What was his name? There was one girl, Graciela, and Durgan. I remember him. Yeah, he was a sort of the weird thing, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, you know, nobody knows what happened to Durgan, but he had settled down for a while, and then he went off to an adventure again, and then disappeared. As fate would have it, weird things that they are, his kid ended up here. And
Currently?
no, he was one of the ones that was taken last night, the other night.
Oh. That is interesting then. I hope there's no connection, but if there is, I hope to bring the news of it back to you.
Well, that would be appreciated.
But I hope to bring all the kids back to you first.
Well, that would be better. And he sort of goes over and kind of pops the door of the oven open and sort of thing, and reaches in, and it reaches over, grabs the oven mitt, puts it on, reaches in, puts the hot pan down, and there are croissants.
Mm.
And he takes a spatula, flips one, lifts one up to you. Croissant.
Sure.
It is
And
hot.
Yeah, I don't really care. I just burn my fingers. There's a little bit of like loose touch, but on the other hand, this is, grandma who's done her share of baking and whatnot and has kind of killed some nerve endings in the fingertips anyway. Yeah. So I feel like I would like to do a perception roll
Okay.
just to see if I get either a better sense or a worse sense than I, as lore, just sort of general have.
What are you looking for?
That he's telling the truth, that he...
Oh, give me insight.
Insight. Wrong one. I mean,
I wish I could switch that 19 over.
Yeah, like... That's awful.
I will allow you. Will allow that 19.
Yeah, what could I perceive about this man?
He's 100% on the level. He's not holding anything back. He's sort of... There's
Take
a
a
small
bite and go,
part of
he's
his
a good
brain that's
baker.
being... He's good at his job. He's good at commanding his kitchen, sort of thing. There's a small part of his brain that is constantly in the kitchen, sort of thing. But yeah, everybody around here, everything that comes out of his mouth seems like God's honest truth. Gets up, moves around, kicks the one oven door closed, goes over to another one, stops himself, remembers to put the glove on, pulls out a tray of empanadas, and he kind of shuffles them over, puts the tray next to him, sort of thing, swaps the trays around, moves over to another table, pops another bunch of pastries sort of onto it, sticks them back in the oven, shuts it again.
Thank you for the pastries, and hopefully we'll have the children back soon. And I'm gonna join everybody else.
I was gonna walk up to Tinder, who I could see is just like taking it all in. Like, and you can see that I'm being a little awkward about it because, like, now I'm in a situation with people, and but the face changes, and I'll go up to Tinder and say, "Hey, are you doing okay?"
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just kind of trying to figure out all these interesting characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question because you seem to be like looking at everybody and everything that's happening. Did you see any kids that seemed sad or, you know, unhappy or just like a little awkward is the wrong word because most kids are awkward, but just seemed a bit out of place. Like they were sad about what happened or were looking for someone or something, just trying to peek over the garden wall to see if their friends are coming back, something like that.
Yeah.
Because like there's no way those kids got out of a dorm and the others didn't know.
Yeah, that's what I
Right?
was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Um, but for some reason, the kids seem to me to just be carrying on business as usual. Not quite sure why that is. Um, the ones I've seen just seem to be in their own little world.
Like unaware that these kids have that their friends have disappeared.
Yeah, to me, it gives the impression that I guess the word I would describe it is, I guess, a bit aloof. And I mean, the ones I observed, I haven't seen them all, but the ones I've seen, they seem to be, I saw one just kind of playing and talking and laughing amongst each other. I didn't really notice them looking like they were looking or concerned, even.
That's weird.
I thought the same thing, which is why I've been observing. I'm trying to figure out something seems off. I just can't put my finger on what is off.
Hmm.
What do you think?
I don't know. I feel like maybe we should talk to the kids.
Mm.
Because if anybody knows anything worthwhile, it's probably them. And kids, they don't like talking to adults about their friends, but uh, we aren't their adults. Maybe they'll talk to us. And I have a few tricks up my sleeve, and I open my hand, and an apple just appears, and then I snap my fingers, and it's gone.
I think that would definitely get their attention. So I think we should give that a try. I mean, at the very least, we wouldn't know any more than what we know now.
Okay.
I can chirp. I can chirp. And I do like to dance.
Well, our axolotl plays a lute. Where did she wander off to?
Still talking to Bird.
Oh, yeah. No. But I don't see her
Got
right now,
distracted.
so I'm just like, yeah. She's where did she wander off to? You know. Probably just the yard, I imagine.
In the playground, maybe. Is there a playground here?
Yeah, there's one. You hear a voice, Gretchen. There is one behind the building, but maybe if you can come back tomorrow, I can fit that into their schedule.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. We can come back when we've actually had a chance to confer with our axolotl, wherever she's wandered off to. And in the meantime, I do know that there are some other places we can look, other leads we might want to follow. So if you have time to set up a social between us and the kids for tomorrow, that would be great.
I think that would be great for the kids. Walking Kristen's camera, sneaking in.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
All right. Sorry. Well, that's the plan. I've arranged with City Watch to have a bit more presence in this particular area, just to make sure.
That's good. Depending on where our investigation leaves us, you might see us doing a little night wandering in the area as well to see if we can, we got referred over to you by happenings in the evening, so hopefully we can keep an eye out to make sure nobody else goes missing this evening.
Sounds great. And she basically sort of starts walking towards the door.
Time for us to go.
Four really strange people just show up at her door, start asking about the kids. It's like, yeah, I trust you, but only about this far.
Time for you to leave. Go away.
Do I smell croissants?
I have one like on me, and so I think I'm basically when you have like a new puppy and you're kind of teaching them to walk and you have it like right in front of their noses. I kind of am like, come on, have the croissant. Everybody, we're leaving now.
I relate a lot to croissants. Because at my best, I'm pretty flaky.
There. Thanks.
What time is it by now that we've come in and barged in?
I
on
would
this
say probably
woman?
about 11. You've wandered about. You've investigated windows. You've investigated locks. Investigated people. Not quite noon.
Not quite noon. I think I would like to go over to Keegan Gelf, the locksmith's place.
Would you now?
I would,
All right.
if that's
Well-
amenable with everybody else.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's,
if there's
let's
something
go.
else, but
You
Might
want to
as
make
well
some
do that.
split pea soup so early, Arnie?
what now?
Split pea soup this early, and by that I mean split the party soup. Is what you want to do. Uh, yeah. You are yeah. Nesh, you're familiar with nefarious people from this area? The
I mean, I haven't
underground.
lived here for a while, but
Uh, do you know people who might know people?
do I know people who might know people?
Yeah, like there's this elf guy, and then I'll give Nesh like the description that we got of the elf from the last laugh.
Okay, I would question for the DM. I would only know people if they would either have some connection to my husband's family or to Uncle Matt. So, if Uncle Matt might have some connections in the underworld that I could pull. Other than that, I'm really just reading any thieves' cant on the walls.
Give me a. What will I have you roll for this? There used to be a. Wasn't there a skill similar to Arcane, but for rogues? General knowledge.
I mean,
Maybe a
there's
history
sleight of
check?
hand. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
I'll do a history check, sure.
Let's go with a history check. Sort of generic, but yeah.
It's a 20,
Hmm.
30.
This is a hard one because, I mean, you've been observing because you are skilled and have the capacity and knowledge to do so. Markings denoting, various things in Thieves' Cant. And you know that this last laugh group are a smallish, relatively speaking, in terms of reputation, thieves guild. You're not sure if you've ever actually encountered an individual fitting the description of an elf in a black cloak, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But it wouldn't surprise me.
Would I know anybody through my uncle who might
I would say
be
about the same.
no, but who might be in town and have a better pulse than me on what the current, like, how to get in touch with various groups.
Not as yet, I would say.
Okay. Cool. Well then, I think to the group, I kind of want to talk to Keegan. I don't think that that'll be a very fruitful encounter, but we might as well give it a try. And then I think we should go to the bar and see if I can find any messages or maybe leave a message for our laughing hand friends.
Not a bad idea.
Now, the leader from the thugs that we left with Alvaro said that he had a contact within his faction that was going to give him additional instructions and blah, blah, blah. Do we remember if he gave us the description and if the description was the same of this elf dude? I asked that in character, and then I also want to ask that off character. I
don't think so.
No, right?
No, I don't think so.
The clothes being all black, I think, was a description, but I don't think he said it was an elf or average height. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Nesh would remember, and Lore knows nothing this evening.
Nesh and Saz both remember that he did not actually, in fact, describe his contact in any way, other than Darkwood.
We can inform it's probably the same person.
We can ask, right, if he realized the person was an elf and about Yihai and
But like, what, as you know, I was gonna say something, but I don't wanna. But what I will say is that I'm getting the feeling that maybe the last laugh is just a group of thugs, and whoever this person is might just be using them as, you know, the group that takes the fall eventually. You know, they don't seem very connected or smart or anything.
I don't disagree, but we have to find a way back to the people using them somehow. So
Yeah. No, I'm not saying we shouldn't go to the last laugh. I'm just saying that, you know, I don't think that this person is part of the last laugh. I think they may be, you know, working for someone else or have their own intentions, and the last laugh is just, you know, fodder and also a face. That's how I would do it, at least. I still don't understand why they want the kids, though.
All right. And you're doing this basically as you walk?
yes.
Yeah, we're heading to the locksmiths, I guess.
All right.
I still haven't gotten a croissant.
Oh, I gave you part of my croissant.
Okay.
You hush.
As you approach the building, a small turret dominates the facade of this two-story black stone building. Iron bars are embedded in the thick window frame. Beyond the turret's ground floor windows, you can see a lovely display of locks, from large to small, simple to complex. To the left of the turret, above a heavy oak door, swings a simple sign that reads, Gelv's Locks.
Alright.
Who's going first?
What? You think it's a combat? What? That's...
I think since if you're gonna kind of be like that, I'll just like open the door and hold it open to you.
Nice.
Wouldn't it be appropriate to pick the lock off the locksmith and go in? I'm just kidding. We should probably
You
not
could
get in
certainly
trouble.
try.
Oh, me? No. I have no skills. I'm just a pretty face.
is this one of those things that you test to tell people what the quality of the locks is like?
I'm actually going to switch the map.
Uh-oh.
What? Why? Because in fact, take this character.
Ooh.
Corner there.
Oh, it's in this place that we thought was
You have a map.
a test map.
Map of the actual. I'm pretty sure everybody has access to their tokens.
Oh, we're full health.
Yeah.
Because we
I
rested.
think you can all see. I have some light sources. And you walk up to the door, I assume.
Yeah.
And you tried the door. The door is shut. And you hear a voice from inside. We're closed.
Why?
I'm ill. That's right, I'm ill, and I can't see any visitors.
Why?
I don't want to get anyone sick.
Oh, I can't get sick
Okay,
like that. Or maybe
Does
I
he
can.
sound sick?
No.
No. Just don't even need a roll for that. He's full of shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't believe you.
Well, it's true.
Yeah, just go ahead and open up the door.
Is it locked? You said that the door was locked?
Yep.
Okay.
Why,
I'm just gonna be like, Keegan, I'm coming in. Paloma brought you soup.
soup? And you hear
For
shuffling.
your illness. Which, like, is obviously a lie. Because he just said he's soup. There's no way I went home. But on the other hand, like, he's obviously lying. So two can
hear
play at
the-
that game.
And then the chain slide and the click, 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 sort of click and a click, and you hear another thing and another deadbolt moving and this other thing and another two chains. So like an excessive number of lockings for this one door. And he opens it up. Who sent you?
Gonna look at him and be like, I
What does he
send
look like?
myself places. I just have questions.
And you see behind the door a wizened gnome, gray hair. He's got a sort of has that sort of pointy out mustache, and then the Van Dyke beard sort of thing. But his eyes look super tired. It's like he looks like he's carrying the weight of this entire building.
Yeah, the minute, if I can get a little bit of a foot in that door, I'm blocking it. Just kind of wedging a little bit. Trying to be, like, sly about it. But just, like, being like, we're keeping this crack open on this door. But I'm just...
I will lean... Sorry.
And I just want to be like, I send myself places. And, good to see you again. Because I met him 50 years ago. Yes? No?
I'm sure you
No.
probably have.
Yeah.
It's not a large gnome community.
Yeah.
Especially in the last 50 years.
I would like to lean in and be like, Keegan, how are you? And give him a hug. You know?
There's
And
a...
as if he's surprised by it, and if I manage to get like even halfway there, from underneath my poncho, Poppy will like slip out and go and take a look inside.
Okay. So, he's sort of holding the door and sort of waiting. It's like you really shouldn't. I'm very not. I'm not well. You really shouldn't be here.
Yeah, and when you're not well, then somebody needs to come and check on you. Otherwise, it might be suspicious that you don't
That's
have
okay.
any friends
I don't-
checking on you.
I don't need to be checked on. I'm okay. I just need some bed rest. Yeah.
Somehow, not buying it.
You look very tired. Were you doing something, this past couple of nights? Anything interesting? Any late calls for Lux?
No.
I think it's probably just best let us in, Keegan. And
Give
that's-
everyone roll insight.
Mm.
All right.
He's probably being held at gunpoint.
What's
That's
up
really
with my
poor, isn't it?
rolls today?
That was
Refresh.
bad.
Gunpoint? Held at gunpoint,
That's
that
a-
implies firearms.
Come on,
at
really?
arrow
All of us?
point.
Both Tinda and Nesh. Oh, no, that's a history roll. Never mind. Tinda. You've seen some skittish people before. You've seen more than your fair share of people who are in trouble, more than your fair share of people who've done bad things or otherwise got themselves in trouble. This guy is very obviously not sick, and he's very obviously every third or fourth word he's looking to his left. And not not comfortable with a bunch of people at his door.
I have a question. Was I able to get Poppy through?
Not yet,
Okay.
unless you're going to do a concerted effort and lean into the door.
Oh, I feel like I know what's happening, maybe. I will just lean down and give him a hug and
Oh, he hasn't even
not
opened
let
the door
Poppy
yet.
through.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is.
oh,
this
he
is
hasn't
some
even opened the
eyeball
door yet.
Oh,
syndrome. Yeah.
he's still in the. He's still got his hand firmly on the inside of the door.
Oh, okay.
So
Uh,
Tinder. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What I'll do is I will create a minor illusion that in my hand of words that say, "We're here to help."
Okay. And Tinda, you were saying?
No, that literally was what I was gonna. I was gonna mouth, "Are you okay?" like this. Just be like, "Are you okay?" So that took care of that.
I want to see. I think, with some smiling and nodding and etc., I want to put on an extra big show of, I know I just got back to town. I really wanted to see you, and it sucks that you're sick. And kind of lean in just a little bit, see if I can eye contact and suaveness. Do a sleight of hand. Will he give me a key? Like a backdoor key or some other way to get in? I don't quite know. I'm like, it sucks that you're sick. If I can come back later, or what can I say that what's gonna get him to give me a key? I just want to try to be slick and see if he will make this easier for me to get in.
And I have something I want to do after we resolve whatever is happening there.
Yeah, I would also like to add that, like, if, the moment I said we're here to help, Saz took like 4 steps back and made sure that Ani was imposed between him and the door.
Actually, I wanted
fair.
to go to the window and to try to look inside from a window. Like, kind of like while they're distracted, going a little bit to the side.
Okay. Over here at the
closest one, yeah.
bay
And-
window there.
Yeah, and if the angle is not right, maybe go around a little bit.
No, that's fair. You can sort of peek in. It's relatively dim. Daylight outside, so it doesn't give you a lot of what you can see. You can see, but there's not a lot of windows in that area. Right in front of you is a workbench with some clockwork and some mechanisms. There's a large floor rug with 3 chests on it, and there seem to be more shelves in the one corner, and then in the corner just at the base of the stairs, which go up.
Okay, nothing particularly interesting. I will find my way back at some point.
I think what I'm gonna say to him takes me a while to be as clever as I think Nesh is. But I just want to be like, so you remember that thing I had so many years ago that had a key that would spin the doll and give you access to the back of it? Do you have an extra one of those keys? I want to see if I can get him to sort of think with me. Give me a key to get into the back.
And he
Probably not
sort of narrows his eyes. No, I no, can't do that. No, I'm quite sick. I cannot can't see anyone today. Where's my thing?
Can I just say that Sean wants to be really reckless right now, but Saz would never be that.
I'm trying to find. Send somebody. Oh, there we go. Now. Okay. You have a message in Discord, Sean.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try and send Poppy in.
Okay.
Who is Bobby?
Poppy is my Sphinx of Wonder that
Ooh.
hides underneath my poncho. My little familiar.
I love that.
So a small, essentially a tressum with a really colorful coat. Cat-like creature, wings, a long tail with a tuft at the end of it. Sort of leaps down and nonchalantly just strolls, as cats do, straight through the crack of the door. And Gelv is like, no, you can't. And he lets go of the door to reach down to pick up the cat.
All right, I'm gonna try to get further in that door.
I mean, he's let go of it, so you can easily push it open.
Okay, I'm pushing open the door. We have
And he
distracted
turns
this
around, he's
cat.
like, no. You can't come in. I'm sick. He's, like,
She's
coughing
going
on-
in. Let me in.
All right, so you can. Sorry, is the door actually open? It is.
Nope.
Hold on. Open. Boop.
Oh.
She's in.
My bad. Sorry, guys. And yes, so the door's open. There's a large area rug, 2 chairs, a desk, sort of a counter space with a set of keys on it.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a handprint on that table?
No,
I think it's
keys.
a set of keys.
A set of keys in a
Oh,
room.
oh, okay. Okay.
I was like, wait. Oh,
I guess we're going in. I look at Saz.
Right behind you, big guy.
All right, I enter.
Sias
I
kind of
think-
gets to the door and like stays at the door.
Oh, you stay at the door, so I don't go all the way. I'm right at the door then.
Like I'm looking inside,
oop, sorry.
but yeah. Oh, Poppy would be inside.
And there's nobody else. We just see Keegan.
Just him, yeah.
Okay. And we can't see off to the right room there behind the bar? Or whatever?
The curtains are drawn.
Okay.
Oh.
Why though? Why not select curtain? Yes, again, there we go. Okay, you can't be in here.
I can be in here because I am in here. So
You
you
need to
can
get
be
out.
sneaky, or you can be honest, or you can tell me a good idea of what I can do instead. But otherwise, I'm just gonna keep walking around your house.
You have to leave. You can't come in here. And he's pointing through the curtain.
We can pretend that we didn't come in here. We can hide behind those sofas over there and behind the counter, and you can just say goodbye as if we left.
Or you could just leave.
It looks like you're in trouble. I guess we're whispering now.
He looks absolutely just lost for what to do.
If you're in trouble,
Yeah, I
blink
think-
twice.
He's like blinking. You have to leave.
He's in trouble.
I think Nash is actually gonna take a seat on one of the chairs.
What?
I feel like Keegan, my old friend. It is so good that we're having this chance to catch up. And
He's turning red. He's like stressed, holding the tips of his ears are starting to go pink. You guys have to leave.
I think I'm just going to I kind of want to gesture the guys to like just go through the curtain.
I can go as quietly as I can to the edge of the curtain and try to peek through it.
Sure. The curtain draws easily. And from there,
I'm trying to go very quietly. Hopefully.
light layer. Move the light layer.
Hide behind the sofa. I'm telling him.
Oh, also on my way to the chair, can I have picked up those keys?
Are you doing it surreptitiously?
Yeah.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Light up hand. She good at this. She not good at this.
I mean, you think you snuck them.
Well, I care less whether Keegan saw it.
Oh, I see. That's fair.
You know, if I pass the people on the other side of the curtain who I hope don't have sight lines on us, then I figure that's good enough.
There. Oh, wait a minute. Why is that doing that? Oh, that's why. I need a light source. Sorry, guys.
Why is there... It looks like there's a hook on the floor.
Isn't that a cat? The Sphinx?
No, that's the stand-in icon for Poppy right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what I should be seeing. But at the zoom I had it and everything else, it just looked like half of... Like, it looked like Captain Hook's hook.
That's very strange. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know why. Reveal this room because I don't think I did. Sorry, everyone. That work? There we go. Then you should be able to see.
So that matches what I saw from the windows, right?
Yeah.
Do I pick up
You see
anything
the
else?
three chests, the blue area rug. Say again, sorry?
Do I pick up anything else? Like movement, sounds?
Nope. And you said you were leaning in?
Peeking through the curtain, right? Yeah.
Okay. Like he's even actually pointing at. You have to leave. You can't be here.
If I see Poppy coming, I will open enough of the curtain so that Poppy can go through if needed.
Absolutely. What's Tinda doing? Oh, you're muted.
I lost voice for a second. I was gonna say I was gonna send Poppy in.
Okay.
I was wondering, was this a fireplace?
Yes.
Okay, just curious. So Tinder's kind of just scanning the room, just kind of doing I would call it a security sweep.
Okay. Nothing seems. I mean, it's a pretty Spartan room. Nothing seems out of place, other than the elderly gnome that isn't sitting in the chair that is becoming increasingly more and more pink as his exasperation at the number of individuals that are now in his office.
I think I'm kind of carrying on the loud cover conversation. And I'm just gonna be like, it's really awful how sick you are. And, you know, we all need friends. So I need you to tell us how we can help you. And I think I'm like handing him a piece of paper. How we can help you feel better. And I'm just going to like kind of pass the paper. Like, you know, seriously, tell us what's up in a quiet way. I can't do any persuasion at all.
Can't be here. And where does the Sphinx cat go?
So Poppy's gonna quietly go in and
Okay.
then just take a fly around the room to kind of sense if there's anybody there, anyone hiding.
Okay. How stealthy are you being?
Um, I'm just looking at Poppy's stats, and yeah, Poppy can be pretty stealthy.
Okay. Give me
So
a stealth roll.
more stealthy than me, actually. Um, so I don't have a stat block on my character sheet, but it is a +5. I'm just gonna roll a d20.
Sure. Actually, you should.
Oh, do I?
Hold on one sec. I
Oh.
mean, not on your sheet, but I'll. We can pull up that stat block pretty quickly. If you go into. Load faster. Sources. And you can open the monster manual. Should be in there.
Source is Monster Manual. There we go. Oh, it's in UA though.
And I'm pretty sure it's a Sphinx of Wonder.
Yeah.
And what I can do is I can endeavor to have this transferred to your character sheet as well.
Amazing.
This is Wonder. There we go. And you can click on, you can do the search, or you can find it on the list. Scroll down to Sphinx of Wonder, click on it. It should open up the character sheet. And then you can click directly onto Stealth, because you should have the Beyond 20 loaded, so it should pop the roll straight into the game chat.
Oh, amazing. Where am I looking for it?
You can check in the monster manual list. You can just scroll down and find Sphinxes, and it should have Sphinx of Wonder as one of the selections.
Okay. Right. Sources, Monster Manual.
It's a lot of hit points.
There's Sphinx Wonder. Is it?
Sorry, that was me.
Sorry.
My bad.
Thanks. I don't know why it's being so slow. There we go. Finally, and stealth. I roll. Oh no!
I'm scared
Can you
when you
guys hear
hear
me?
oh
'Cause-
no.
No, that's because like it didn't roll. It took me to like a page that tells me what stealth is.
Oh. Shouldn't have done that.
Did you click on the die though?
Did you roll the B or the +5?
Oh, I clicked on the +5. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna figure this out. Should I just roll a d20 till then? So that we don't.
Sure. You click on the B next to everything and it should roll.
Oh my god.
Well,
Oh no.
No.
Not a very stealthy Sphinx.
With the +5.
Oh my
even.
god.
Sphinx
All right.
is definitely broken cover.
Flits around the room. Gets to the stairs. Give me another d20.
Okay.
And then right at the foot of the stairs, everything goes dark.
Oh no. I'm just gonna tell you guys that something just whacked Poppy out of existence.
Something just whack. She's still there.
Did we hear any
Oh!
noises?
But everything is, she's blind. She can't see anything. Everything is dark.
Did we hear
Okay,
anything?
okay. I thought you meant like black as in like Poppy's gone.
And with that perception roll, I will give you the basic sort of quick understanding of, and suddenly a sack goes over your head.
Okay.
Sorry,
But
Laura,
we
one more
didn't
time.
hear this. Did we hear any noise of a sack going over a creature's head, etc.?
Everyone roll perception.
Cha-cha-cha.
That's better.
Okay, now it rolls just Sphinx of Wonder. Okay, cool. Now it works. I'm rolling perception.
I'm gonna have you roll with disadvantage because your perception was literally in the sack at the time.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Either way,
I'll roll another one.
11 is better than 10 that you rolled before. But yeah, so your perception, Saz, is that everything goes dark as a sack kind of goes flopping over your head, and no one else hears. And at this point, because I've kept them sitting for far too long, we're going to take a 5-minute break. So everybody stand up and stretch, do some movement exercises, get yourself some drink, hydrate, bio break, get some snacks, bring some back for the rest of us, and we will be right back in 5. Find out what happened to the poor Sphinx Familiar.
We're on.
Hey, we're back. Welcome back. We have an emergency, a sudden concern, where Saz has sent his Sphinx of Wonder familiar into the darkened room to scout around, and it got sacked. In the strictest sense, being having a sack pulled over its head. What are y'all gonna do?
I'm gonna lean in from outside the door where I'm standing, and I'm just gonna be like, "Yeah, something's got Poppy." Can I just dismiss Poppy
I think you
while
can.
she's in the sack?
I think you can. Let
Okay.
me consult our magic of spell listings and such. FG. He is after. Find steed. Do.
I think at that point I'm just.
Dismiss it forever. There's a magic action. You can temporarily dismiss it to a pocket dimension. So yes, you absolutely can.
Okay.
Well, I'm
yeah,
just gonna
I
go.
will
I'm gonna go. Well, we
dismiss
certainly can't
Poppy.
leave without that cat. And
Ruin
then
my fun.
I'm gonna walk through the curtain. Can't leave you with a cat when you're sick.
Exactly.
Don't walk
I mean,
through the curtain.
I rolled a natural one. You can just say that I can't. It's fine.
All right. At this point, I'm going to have everyone roll initiative.
Oh.
Initiative. Make sure to select your tokens.
Oh, yes. Click on your token first.
Oh,
Good call.
I click on my
Which
token
I need to
first.
go.
What's up with my rolls today? What the heck?
Okay. Well, I didn't click my token, so. Well. Oh well.
Skulk. What's that? Did it actually record our turn order? Look at that, it did.
It looks like it.
I'm going to sort it, though. Go the other way. All
What
right.
is that?
Those are terrible rolls, guys. I'm disappointed in
I
all
know
of you.
my first one was good, but
That's amazing. That's
I had a good
Alright.
one. I just didn't assign it to the token, so life is pain.
I can change the other one. Did you roll a different one?
Oh, a
Yeah,
16,
I rolled
yeah.
16. Yeah, you should have a 16. There we go.
Cool. Yeah, because
What is your dexterity again?
What is my dexterity? What is my dexterity? 16.
Okay. So 8 goes first.
Okay.
Oh my god. It's got a higher dexterity than 16.
Okay. Why are you doing? You.
What are you doing and why are you doing it?
All right. My action is done, or at least I've decided upon my action. Nesh.
All right. Well, I'm going to walk past the curtain. Still sort of under this, like, we can't leave without the cat. So let me get in there. How far can I walk?
Probably to the opening of the curtain, or just inside.
There we go. I'm inside the curtain, and I see a dude.
Well, no, but he sees you. But I'm pretty
He
sure
sees-
an 11 does not hit your armor class.
Armor class 14. No.
Yep.
Do I have room to be here instead, sort of like under the cover of the stair from him? There.
No, because that last bit of movement would have
Okay.
brought you just on the other side of the curtain.
Okay. I just didn't know how fixed the curtain was.
Thick enough to not let light in.
Yeah.
Says.
Okay. So was I able to successfully dismiss Poppy?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
I'll put her outside next to you. She's not there. Magic.
let's see. Hmm. I think Saz will just go there and hold and Eldritch Blast for anybody that's not the people he knows.
Anything that comes
Coming
into
in.
your line of sight, basically.
Yep,
Okay.
basically.
Crooks.
Crux is gonna go in. And he's gonna rush to the bottom of the stairs.
Don't kill it, whatever it is. We need to ask it questions.
Understood. Understood. Come down here. We're gonna ask you some questions. I just repeat what I just heard. And that's it for my turn.
Okay. Tinda. Oh, you're muted again, I think.
Thank you. Tinda can move, I believe, 25 feet.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna move her. She's gonna say, "Where's everybody? Going?" And she's gonna use her
Yes,
turn to
doing this.
move. Yeah, yeah. And that'll be her turn.
Okay. You don't want to use a double move to go in?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
What's going on in here?
let's do that.
Yeah, so
All right. Back to the top. This dude's going to basically moves forward. Sort of does this vaulting leap over the side of the steps down and slashes at Nesh.
Ooh. I see him, so I'm gonna release my Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, good call.
Again,
miss.
to do non-lethal damage.
I mean, it's an Eldritch Blast.
Well, fair. I can't argue with that.
Non-lethal fireball. If he doesn't die, it wasn't lethal. 23?
Whoa.
I think that hits. Dang.
Okay, cool. That's 9 points of damage.
Nice. Cool. All right.
What does this person look like?
Hard to say. And in that, because oh, my mistake. You might not have hit him, actually.
Oh,
You might need to make another attack roll.
oh, disadvantage?
Because it is, in fact, in... Conditions. Condition.
And we may need some combat music, DM, just letting you know.
Oh, that's a good call. Sorry. Wrong music. I don't know if I have any combat music, actually.
That was fine if you don't have it.
Oop. Sorry. Game. Volume down a little bit. Volume down a little bit. There. Not too loud.
That's nice.
Yeah, okay. You have to roll again, Saz. Sorry.
Okay. Is it
It's
possible
there,
to,
but not there at the same time.
to reduce the volume a little bit? Can I do it
Yeah.
on mine? Yeah, great. Eldritch Blast number 2, and that is worse.
I mean, yeah. Your shot, at least you thought you saw, and your blast comes in, hits against the stairs, splinters some stairs, but doesn't find purchase.
I look at the gnome and say, like, you've got insurance, right?
Why are you doing it? Why? Nesh. Oh wait, not Nesh. No wait, Crooks. Tinda came in. Skull came down and attacked you.
Mine was a triggered action, so
Right. Nesh, it is you.
Right. So well, he jumped down. Did he actually attack me?
He did.
And it missed?
Yes.
Okay. Well, now he's right in my face, so I
I
wanna.
mean, you think he's there.
Well, yeah, I do think
He's
he's
kind of
I
there
wanna-
and not there. He kind of looks bizarre. It's sort of almost like a goblinoid, sort of long, lanky arms, long, sort of jagged, pointy teeth. Very sort of Green Goblin from Marvel Heroes sort of thing.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's almost like an after image of what might be there or what might not be there, sort of thing. He's essentially, I'm trying to describe invisibility without actually being invisible, just so you have a reference of where the creature is.
Mm-hmm.
And what you can barely see, essentially, it looks like some kind of goblinoid.
Okay. Well, I think I wanna dagger.
Okay.
So. Okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's a hit.
That's gonna hit.
Actually, you are attacking with disadvantage.
Oh. Okay.
But we'll take that damage, though.
Let me just roll another. Yeah, well.
Unfortunately, I have to take 20 away from.
I know.
And you thought you had a perfect lined up shot?
I had
It's
a
not where
perfect
you-
shot.
No, I'm never going to be forgiven for taking away that crit.
Alright, so how do I... Is there any way to roll with disadvantage other than just rolling it twice?
You can hover over the point that you're going to be rolling. You can right click. I think that pops up an advantage disadvantage drop down.
Yep, I see it.
Or at this point, you could just roll it. Oh yeah, you did it. Okay. Says.
Okay.
Wait, that didn't do it. No, that didn't. Oh, do I have to make contact with it to dagger? I thought
With your offhand dagger?
if you can make it as part of an at.
Sorry?
I think it's the nick thing. When you make an extra attack of the light property, you can make it as part of the attack action instead of a bonus action.
Yep. So you still have a bonus action, technically.
For some reason, I thought I could do both of my daggers at him.
Technically, yes. And you still have a bonus action. But you can't actually attack with it at that point.
Right, so I can't actually attack with...
A third time, no. So you're taking your normal action, which is to stab with the one dagger, your main hand. Your bonus action is your offhand.
Yep.
Which you are, because of the nick property, and you're using a light weapon, you're basically stabbing 2 times in that same first action.
Right. But it's
So you could have another bonus action, but it's not an attack.
Okay. Flee with extra flee. I don't like being right up in his... Would he get an attack of opportunity for me to get out of the way? Fine. No, he can just keep trying to hit me. Because he's not doing a good job thus far.
True. Says.
Okay. I've got a sense of where he is, right?
More or less?
Okay. And you said this person is invisible? Or
He is invisible,
is it something else?
Basically invisibility, yes.
Okay. In which case, what I will...
Your attacks have
what I...
disadvantage.
Understood. What I will do is... I will clouds jaunt all the way here. Right?
Okay.
And I'll mark one of those. I'll just mark it off. Uh,
Sure.
as my action, I'm gonna reach into my disguise kit. Just pull out a little bit of makeup and just throw it in the space where he is.
Okay.
To like give him form for the others to kind of.
All right.
Do I need to roll something for that?
I'm wondering about that. Give me a sleight of hand roll.
Okay.
And make it.
You were gonna say disadvantage.
I don't need to. But I wasn't going to.
Okay.
And you basically sort of take the poofs and you dust as best you can. But you notice, weirdly sort of thing, anything that might hit it, essentially bursts like glitter and disappears.
Oh. Okay. Well, that sucked. And now I've gotten myself all the way next to this guy for no reason. I'm just gonna be like, Crux, where are you?
I mean, that technically allows rogues to get their sneak attack bonus in melee. Just saying. Speaking of, Crux.
I'm right here. I don't see the thing, but I hear it down there. Is it down there?
It's down here.
And then I'm gonna
Okay.
move over there. Do I fit in this space below?
Says? Yes.
Says.
I'll say yes.
Okay. So I move down there. I'm gonna attack in the general direction where everyone is attacking.
Sure.
And I'm gonna
Attack roll.
use my longsword for that.
Okie doke.
Ooh, it's an 11.
Fortunately not. You sort of jab in there with the best of your ability, or at least you thought it was where it was, but gained nothing. Didn't have it.
Where is this thing? And it doesn't lose invisibility if it attacks, right? Just checking.
Right.
I was trying to I'm not sure how to, I have something in my inventory that I wanted to use,
Uh-huh.
but I don't see how I can. Basically, I wanted to use my torch. I wanted to throw my torch at it.
Sure.
But I don't see how I can do that in D&D and Beyond. So that's what I was looking at.
You can make it just a straight, because there's no proficiency in the strictest sense. So you can make it a straight, essentially it's a dexterity attack
Okay.
for a ranged weapon.
Okay, so I can roll dexterity?
Yep.
Saving
So you're going to
throw?
roll dexterity. You're going to add 2 plus whatever your. Yeah, just roll your dexterity, and we can add 2 for your proficiency bonus.
Okay. So 15.
But you're going to roll again because it's a disadvantage.
Oh, whoops. Okay.
$13 doesn't quite do it.
Oh no.
I'm not going to say you're setting fire to the place, but you just toss a torch on the ground. So,
Okay.
symbol for this somewhere. I will dig it out.
I'll just like randomly comment saying he's probably got insurance.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hope so.
His turn. He is determined to shank the gnome.
She is
Oh.
really obnoxious.
She is. $23 hits, though, I think.
That will hit a gnome, yes.
And you take 5 points of slashing damage
Ouch.
Oh.
and 1 point of necrotic damage.
Double ouch. How do I mark that?
You can go to the
Damage.
you can go to the top right-hand side where your hit point bar is.
Mm-hmm.
You can type in a number in between heal and damage. Just click
Mhm.
damage and it calculates it for you.
So you said, what was it? It was 5 damage?
6 total.
6 total. So I don't have to keep track of what type it is?
Unless you have a in some sort of immunity or vulnerability. No, not really.
Okay, that really sucked for me, y'all. Just so you know. I don't have a lot of hit points. Level 1.
Whoa, what? Woo.
So yeah, I do a big ol' scream and be like, "What are you doing hitting a lady?"
Your turn.
I get sneak attack on this.
You do, in fact, get sneak attack if you wish to use
I
it.
actually can manage to hit anything.
You guys have come really close, like 3 times.
We're gonna try it. 1 hit. Hit a thing. No! Okay.
That's an interesting code.
What does it look like on the other one?
I should have done, I don't know, 2d20k L1 plus.
Keep lower one. Mm-hmm.
Keep
I guess
lower
so.
1.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Translates it interestingly. All right. Good to know. Fortunately, nothing.
alright.
Way too evasive. That's you? You're moving?
I want to move. Can I move in a way that is like a disengage that doesn't get me attacked?
Because you've already attacked? No. Sadly, no.
Sadly, no.
Second level, you will.
It's true. It's true. Level 1. Level 1.
So that's you then? Unless you want to move.
I do. I don't really want that next attack on me. Let's get the tough guys in there.
I'm pretty sure you can't. bonus action, I think you. With your, second level rogue is when you can get your
Okay, well,
cunning
let
action.
me get it out of the way for now. Kind of want to get behind this too.
All right. Gets us 3. Gets an attack.
Yeah, let's just do it because it's it's an attack now or an attack later. So
True. 9 more points of damage.
Oh.
No, then I'm down.
I'm gonna put you back there then. As it slashes at you and sort of leaps and bears down on you from behind, and you.
Yeah, the old lady
Fade
has
to
fallen
black.
to the ground.
He's still invisible, right?
It's still invisible, yes.
Wait,
Okay.
so if it did 9 more points of damage,
That's the best part about 5e. You're at 0.
okay, but I just wasn't sure if that was,
Equal to the negative of your total value?
yeah.
No. Because you. How many do you start with?
I have 9 hit points to my
Yeah.
name.
So you have
Okay.
9. You were knocked down to.
3.
So technically you're down to -6.
Yeah.
So you're fine. I mean,
Okay,
you're not
okay.
fine, but you're not dead.
Okay. We do some death saves. Please don't let
Well,
me die.
eventually.
That'd be sad.
Unless somebody
Too
gets
early.
you up in the meantime.
Yep.
If only we had a
Zaz.
healer.
Only there was a healer. Literally
Yeah.
next to you.
I am going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Cool.
And I'm just going to be like, you stupid idiot. This is the one person who could have saved you. Why would you do that? You really shouldn't be hitting old women. You know that?
Okay. What are you taking as your main action?
Armor of Agathis.
That's a bonus action.
Oh, that's a bonus action.
Yep. You can still technically use a full action cantrip.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to take a step away. And,
oh, no, yeah, you can. It's already used this reaction.
yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast then.
Okie dokie. Roll an attack.
This is still with
Roll attack
disadvantage,
disadvantage.
right? Yeah. I'm gonna. Oh, there we go. Disadvantage. Roll. Nope. Yeah.
Oof.
That.
It doesn't show me what the rolls were.
And I was
though.
like,
If you
Oh,
hover over, it will tell you it was a 3 and an 18.
Wow. 18, what a hit.
yay.
All right.
No shit. I like, what kind of coward hides under a cloak of secrecy? I say,
It's little
not
old ladies.
believing those words at all.
Exactly.
But just trying to like instigate him into like them into showing themselves.
Unironically saying what kind of coward. Yep.
Yeah.
Correct. Go.
All right. I'm like, Nesh cannot die right now. My eyes are gonna turn bright green. They're gonna become a little more intense. I'm gonna put my hand on Nesh's body. and I'm gonna breathe life into her with my lay on hands. A total of 4 points of lay on hands as a bonus action.
How do I then put that in?
Same way. Put the number in between the heal and the damage, and then just click heal.
It doesn't show me.
So I'm saving 1
points was
point
it?
for later. A 4. 4. And I'm gonna say we're gonna need all the help that we need. Xochiquetzal, help us. And then blast on everyone but me. Now that she is back, blast on Nash, blast on Zaz. I'm forgetting everyone's name. And blast on I forgot everyone's name, so that everyone. But me. Blast for you, blast for you, blast for you. And
Okay.
I'm gonna stand my ground.
Okay. Keen. Tinda.
So, Tinda's feeling a little bold. So she's going to kind of stretch her wings and move forward towards this thing. And then she reaches up her talons to swipe.
I'm gonna move you over to this other one, because technically you can't share spaces.
Okay.
That's all right. Leap over, and your swipe. So that would be an unarmed attack at disadvantage. But you get to add D4 to each roll.
Oh,
So it gets very complicated.
Because bless.
So instead, what I would say is that roll each roll individually instead of trying to do the disadvantage roll, and you can add
Okay.
a D4.
okay, because I do have a roll for talons.
Then roll that. But don't roll
But
it at
without-
disadvantage as a
Don't-
thing,
okay.
because you have the extra bonus D4 to add in as well. I'm still a neophyte with roll. And so roll a D4. Okay. And roll again. Like so close. And a D4. So close, but no. Final total is a 13. He is slippery.
I see that.
He recognizes that there's a threat. He's going to take out the paladin. Ooh.
You can't try.
Well, I think a 20 hits.
Just does it. Yes, it does.
You take 11 points of damage.
And I'm down.
6 slashing. And
Oh, jeez.
Everyone loses the blast, I think.
Oh no.
No.
sadly, yes.
Oh, actually, it doesn't say it's concentration. Let me see. Let me see. Spells.
It is.
Is it? Okay.
Yep. Yep. Sorry. Oh. Nash.
Yes, it is.
Um.
Jeez.
Oop.
Roll better.
Who?
Me.
Everybody. Just need to
Everybody.
hit him.
Yeah, just need to hit him. Yeah. Yeah, I just want this to be over, so I just want to hit him. We're just doing that.
Now you're.
Nope. I just gotta stop throwing bad money after good.
Oh.
Okay. Cool. I assume that giving the paladin a my healing potion is an action, right?
I think it's a bonus action now.
Okay. Well, if I can do that as a bonus action, you can drink it or administer it.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
You roll 2d4 plus 2.
so, Crux gets 7 points of healing.
Hey.
Thank you.
And does it take it out of
I have
my
a question.
possessions or no?
Oh,
Why is Nesh all the way down there on the map?
what?
Oh, I shouldn't be. I'm not. At one point, I moved down to the bottom of the map, but then I died instead. Or I got knocked out.
Right. Oh, that makes sense.
So on my map and on the one on the stream, it's showing me still up in immediate melee.
Oh, it's showing me that you're down there. Maybe I'll just refresh the page. That's okay.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Alright, I have deleted the healing potions that I had.
Okie doke. Saz, you're up.
Okay. Saz has seen 2 of his friends, allies, go down already, and they've come back up.
You're never gonna keep them down. They got knocked down. They got up again.
Then they get up again. Okay.
So what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you doing?
If you're speaking, we can't hear you, Saz.
Swing and a miss. Crux.
Crux stands up using half his movement,
should.
right?
Yep.
And
Sorry, I didn't catch any of what you said because I lost. But that's it, right? I don't need to do anything else.
Nope. Yep. I was hopeful with that 16, and then not.
I'm just gonna attack.
Okay.
You got this, Crux.
Yes. Yes. That is a hit.
All right.
Yeah.
On top
You
of that, he
injured it.
gets a divine smite.
Yep. I figured you were gonna pump one of those into it. It's like you need to die.
Yes.
Is it 2d8 or with the extra 1d8?
Oh, that is a very good question.
I'll roll the 2d8 because that's what I know, but tell me if there's another one.
Says it's a monstrosity. It is not, in fact, undead.
Okay. So, oh, I didn't roll the damage for the
Here,
sword.
because it says it is the soulless shell of it. Okay.
So it's 8 plus 11, 19.
19.
Yes, and can I use the slow effect? I don't know how to do that. Do I use the slow effect from the longsword?
You don't need to.
Okay.
How would you like to do this? For the very first creature death in this campaign.
The chicken punish you. And then I come with a swinging down on the creature. And this time I feel a
Green in your
connect.
eyes brightens, suffuses your being, almost sort of moves between the wooden bits, the branches and everything, sort of suffuses underneath the skin of your body, down to the longsword, and flashes through this green lightsaber of sorts, just completely carves this thing in half. And it dissipates.
It takes me a moment to get out of that state. And as soon as I do, I'm like, uh-oh,
Whoops.
I wasn't supposed to kill it.
I think after it's tried to take us out twice, whatever it takes is a valid choice to have made.
I'm so glad to hear you say that, Nash.
And then I'm just going to be like, Keegan, we killed a thing. What the? And Nash is going to put in a bunch of words that Lore does not want to say.
In Gnomish.
Yeah, a bunch of Gnomish comes out towards Keegan.
Thieves' Cant and Gnomish. Yeah, no.
Yeah, and yeah, it's just gonna sort of poke her head back into where Keegan is and let out a string of Gnomish that
Keegan kind of, despite his age, kind of scrambles over the shelving or the bench desk. He's like, you killed it? Oh. Okay.
Okay, so when I said, let us know how to help, you could have given us some hints. What?
They have my familiar.
I don't care. It's dead now, but it would have been easier if you'd had given us aid.
Well, you barged in. You didn't ask. And I have my familiar, and there's a lot more of them. This one was watching me all the time.
Well, sounds like we have a lot to sort out. So, do you want to put on a kettle of tea? Do you need me, who just died, to put on a kettle of tea? What kind of a host are you?
All right, we have. Okay, I can explain, but it's going to take a few minutes, and you're not going to like it. So,
so Saz had one foot out the door. He's just gonna shut. He's just gonna shut the door and it's like, guys, the coast is clear outside. Nobody knows what's happening, and then close the door.
Good cover, nice one, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just making sure nobody was following us from behind.
Snows.
All right, so I think it's past 9, so let's call it here. with the defeat of the Skulk and the revelation that Keegan Gelv was in a bit of hot water that you may or may not have pulled him out of. Because whoever they are, they still have his familiar. So, come on back next week, and no, 2 weeks
2
from now,
weeks.
excuse me. And you will see the phenomenal conclusion and what happens next, I guess. Until then, let's do a quick roundtable of our fantastic cast, and so they can tell you where they can be found on the internet and all of that stuff. So let's go with Arnie.
Hi there, everyone. Arnie. I go by Arnie's DAMAN, the man, on all the social media. I mean, Instagram, X, um, the purple one. And I am also playing as Soul Wars RPG and Hub RPG. By the way, I want to thank Hub RPG for giving us the layout like for the boxes on this screen. And I am DMing D&D on Sunday nights and Pasión de las Pasiones every other Wednesday. And that's it. Thank you so much for the session. Thank you, everyone, for a fun game. DM, I'm so mad at this creature that I really had to kill it. I'm happy that I got to. And I look forward to next session.
See, having a paladin smite that's a bonus action isn't bad. All right. Sean.
Hey guys, this is Sean. I go by Sean Dapon, Seandapon, on I think all platforms. Yeah, and I am co-founder of Panic Not, India's first TTRPG community. I actually have some fun news. The Kickstarter for a project I've been working on just launched about 4 days ago. It's called Defy the Gods. It's a PBTA engine book that's inspired by ancient Mesopotamia, and it's still a sword and sorcery game, and it's by Chris Sellers. It's really fun. It's really nice. So go fund that. And the other thing is that I have a single coming out on the 20th of May. So yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Lore.
I'm Lore. You can find me at Lore-Witch on Blue Sky or Lore_Witch on Twitch. And I don't really have anything interesting to promote right at the moment, so I'll just hand it right back.
Oh, you're here. That's the important
I'm
part.
here. Yes, that's yes.
Kirsten.
Yeah, so hi everybody. I'm Kristen and I'm primarily on Blue Sky right now. You can find me at Kristen Quip, Quip. And I really don't have much to promote. Starting a YouTube channel, but it's still in the baby stages, where I will be sharing some of my solo RPG playing. But other than that, I'm on Blue Sky.
And I somehow managed to screw up your thing, so I will put that into the chat. Apologies.
It's okay. I
We'll
think
have
I
to-
messed it up before myself.
All right, that's for me. I have been your hapless DM, subjected to the whims of fate and the being led around the nose by this motley band of adventurers. You can catch my pre and post COVID cosplay adventures at Canadian Captain America on Instagram or TikTok, CDN Cap America on the Blue Sky or the Dead Bird app. And for projects, oh boy, we have this one, which is every Tuesday. Not this Tuesday coming, but the following Tuesday. You will be back with more Sussurros. Sorry, I can't roll my R's because I'm Canadian. Del Vale. And every Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, there is another D&D game, also run by me because I'm glutton for my own punishment. Set in the same area, same locale, same area, slightly different direction, and working towards a common goal, maybe. But that's every Saturday. I have a completely new crew um, who will probably be running into a lich soon. No, kidding. We have a Cypher System game every second Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. We have a Break, the TTRPG game, which is a sort of a game similar to uh, pretty much any anime you can think of, or Genshin Impact sort of thing. Every third Friday of every month at 6:30 p.m., I believe, Pacific time. We have plans for a Fallout game. We have plans for possibly a Marvel game, and plans for a possibly even delving into Thirsty Sword Lesbians. So stay tuned. Keeping track of this channel because we seem to be getting quite busy. And channel management is not my best thing. So if anybody knows somebody who wants to work for peanuts, that's great. So other than that, that's me. You can catch all my other stuff on everything else. You can catch us on YouTube. This will be uploaded very shortly, as well as podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, if I remember correctly, are the two that I'm using. And from there, the sky's the limit. If you have an idea and you want to run a game and you need a platform, hey, come check us out. We have space. Other than that, once again, thanks to this amazing cast. We're getting into the thick of things now, which is great. And you will find out very soon just how deep this rabbit hole goes, of sorts. So, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Open up a browser window if you and mute it if you can. Do that with everyone because that always helps in terms of views. And then enjoy the fruits of everyone's labors. Keep your stick on the ice. I will see you in 2 weeks.
So
Into
Canadian.
the thick of it.
All right.
Into the thick of it.